wonder, man, how do you stop it? And it's going to take some extra film study and really taking a good look at him.
Your first memory of watching him as a quarterback, how old were you when you first far back?
I don't know. It was a long time ago. He's been playing for a little bit, but obviously back with the Patriots, him doing his thing. So,
Fred, is it being more disciplined or taking chances on defense to kind of mix it up and throw him off his game, if that's even possible?
Yeah, I don't know if taking chances would be the best idea, but I think honestly just really being honed in on what we do, and I think taking a look at this past game against the Dolphins, we did do a good job against them, but there was a couple holes in there where we could have been a lot better just fundamentally and being on our techniques better. So those are things that we're going to try to fix this week to make sure we're more on it.
Buccaneers' offense was so dynamic last year, and they still have most of the same supporting cast in terms of Evans, Godwin, and Fournette and stuff. What do you think it is about their team this year that they just haven't been able to score points?
I think they just. I'm not sure. I can't really put my finger on it. They've been in a lot of close games down to the end where that last possession is what has decided the game. And I think they're 4-4 in those games. So, but they're still right there. They're still a very explosive offense when they want to be. And obviously, when you have the best at the head doing getting the ball where it needs to be, then you always got a chance.
Do you almost expect them to break out every week knowing they have all those talented playmakers?
I mean, yeah, you don't want to be the team where they finally figure it out and drop 30, 40 on your head, so you got to be on it.
Fred, when you look at facing Brady, do you self-scout and try to kind of get inside his brain and kind of look at what he might be seeing and try to make that adjustment before he is able to do it?
I guess that's kind of like the chess match there, but I don't want to. When I look at it, I don't want to overthink things, and try to see. He's probably thinking I'm doing this, so I need to think this. But then he probably thinks I'm thinking this, and so I need to do this instead. You can go down a rabbit hole if you do that. So, I think honestly, it really comes down to doing what we do, which is being assignment sound and running and hitting. So, the game obviously is gonna come down to the turnover battle, which it usually does. That's what's gonna give us the best chance to win.
You're well known for trying to squeeze a lot out of your offensive teammates in practices. Where does Brock Purdy rate as a scout team quarterback?
In terms of other scout team quarterbacks?
Yeah, how's he been doing? I mean, recalling last year when you went to Trey and said, we need a little bit more from you in these practices. Have you had to have that conversation with Brock at all?
No, I mean, Brock's been doing a heck of a job all season long. He takes his job very serious, even as the scout team quarterback. I feel like every time I was out there working on something after practice, he was out there, going through the plays for the offense as the backup, just making sure he's ready, regardless of what's going on, just so he was ready for his opportunity, which you saw that. So I know he's going to take a hold of this role and really do a good job with it.
Do you have a favorite Tom Brady memory over the years, or just the iconic moment that sticks out? He's got so many game-winning drives, it's hard to keep track.
I mean, I guess it has to be against Atlanta in the Super Bowl. I remember exactly where I was when it happened, and you're watching it unfold. Of course, classic Brady.
He had another one of those fourth quarter comebacks.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Have you told Kyle that's your favorite moment?
Probably shouldn't do that.
He had another one of those fourth quarter comebacks Monday night. How, if you can, prepare for that?
I mean, you look in those moments and you really look at the tape hard for what it is, and nothing against the Saints defense. They did a heck of a job that entire game, holding them to 3 almost the entire game. But just in those moments where it matters most, it's really just being disciplined, staying if you're a cloud corner, staying back, protecting the corner around instead of jumping up in the flat. Just kind of taking away the things that need to be taken away given the coverage. So you really just got to be on point with your assignments in those moments.
Is there a way that you can train your mind that even if you guys do get up by a lot, knowing that this is Tom Brady and you can never get comfortable?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I kind of take that approach every game. I've been part of games where teams have come back and you got to go out there when you didn't expect to and really give your team a chance to win. So I never really get too relaxed in a game, and I know that's going to be our mentality going into this week.
Last week you said you relished the opportunity to play Miami, that offense. How do you look at this week going up against Tom Brady? You guys relish the opportunity to face one of the game's all-time greats?
Yeah, of course. Every week you're presented with a different challenge, different opportunity. It's December football. You got 2 of the top NFC teams in the league going against each other. you got everything you would want in a matchup.
Do you feel more pressure because you do have a rookie quarterback on the other side, offensively for you?
No, not at all. We're going to do exactly what we do, and I know they're going to do what they do on that side.
This locker room was pretty dejected for a win because of what happened to Jimmy. Now that you found out that injury's not quite as bad, and there's even an outside chance he could come back if you make the playoffs. So how are you guys feeling now about it?
No, more so than anything, I'm happy for Jim. I mean, that's a huge difference in terms of recovery time and rehab for him. So my little brother, he went through this, Frank, and it takes a long time to recover from. So the fact that he doesn't have to go through that is big time for him. I'm more so concerned about him more than anything. There's no rush for him. I'm happy for him, and if he comes back, he comes back.
Fred, is there any sense of kind of big picture you're playing the guy against a guy that a lot of people say all-time great? If you could put a win up against a guy like that, is there any kind of big picture sense that it would just be a good thing on your resume for your lifetime?
I mean, yeah, it's obviously when you do take a step back and look at it, it's a pretty special moment. I played against the Patriots and the Bucs now, but never against Tom on either of those teams. So it'll be cool to kind of see, how it is playing against him on the field.
He's a Bay Area.
You alluded to the fact that there's some issues on defense, and maybe you guys didn't actually pay the price too. Was a little off target on some of those throws. I mean, can you, even though that was a good overall defense performance, can you look at those things and keep the guys humble, I guess, and say, hey, they could have turned out a little different?
Oh, yeah, no. We always look at the tape hard regardless of if it was a dominant performance or not, and I think that all starts with the guy at the top, D'Amico, and the way that he approaches every week and telling it to us as real as possible. We were hard on ourselves looking at the tape, and we'll get it corrected.
Fred, he's a Bay Area guy. There's a chance that you guys are going to hear some cheers when Tom Brady does something in your own stadium. Are you guys mentally prepared for the possibility of even hearing that?
I mean, we've heard cheers before when the opponent does something good because obviously fans travel, but I'm not too worried about it.